Yeah, well, we left Edinburgh, but we're still checking out graveyards. This is quite a famous one. Okay guys, I feel like we have just travelled 7 hours by plane to arrive in Liverpool dockyards. At least that's what it looks like. But of course, you know, we're not in Liverpool. We are in the USA. The flag's not moving, so this joke doesn't make any sense. There's no wind, but we're in Boston. We're back in America, and it feels good. This is our first time out of the hotel. We're going to explore. I'm not alone, obviously. I'm here with Tekka. We should have our sunglasses on because it's actually quite sunny. And despite the fact when we arrived yesterday, it was like 1 degree Celsius, it's now pretty warm. I'm sweating. Anyway, we're back in America. It feels good. And we're gonna take you on a new road trip series. But first of all, for the next few days, we're here in Boston and we're gonna be exploring the city sights. It's good to be back, baby.
Do you need a baby?
It's just good to be back. This building is so tall I have to go all the way up to look at it. Look. What is that? That is a brilliant building. Oh yeah, look at that. Duck boat. So yeah, we're in Boston for the first time ever. First impressions. Looks cool. Looks like a little bit quieter New York. Lots of big buildings. Bit of movement on the street. I think that's an important building.
Is it Old State House?
The Old State House, of course, is an important building. Okay, so I definitely need to do a bit more research. Wait for the trolley to come past. Definitely need to do more research, but first interesting point about the State House. It has a unicorn right there, the symbol of Scotland, and it has a lion there, the symbol of England and the monarchy and all the rest of it. Now obviously this building would have been here in the days of the British Empire and all the rest of it. That's interesting. I will find out more about this place. Maybe not today because we are tired, but we're here walking. That's what today's video is all about, and we're showing you interesting things. Another first impression for you guys here in Boston is the fact that it is October, the very, very last days of October, and it's pretty warm. When I say pretty warm, I mean it's like high teens in Celsius, maybe even pushing 20. That's nuts. What's going on? I'm in a t-shirt and I'm roasting, I'm sweating. You guys just have a much longer summer period and a much shorter winter period than we have. It's already cold in the UK, I can tell you that. And this is the coldest place that we're going to be on our road trip. So it's looking quite good for us in that respect. John Smyber, I bet he was Scottish. Alright, so it's not just Edinburgh that likes graveyards here in Boston, they're also a thing. People also come and do tours at graveyards. Yeah, well, we left Edinburgh, but we're still checking out graveyards. This is quite a famous one, quite an important one. But this graveyard is not just like Greyfriars Bobby in Edinburgh. There's like lots of significant historic meaning to this graveyard. It says all these amazing people of the history were buried here. John Hancock was one. And then I look over here, obviously we saw the sign outside, Scottish architect and portrait painter John Smybert. 1688 to 1751. Interesting. Yeah, we made it to the gravesite of John Hancock. A very famous figure in the United States history. Famous revolutionary, patriot, and the owner of a very famous signature. Because in the Declaration of American Independence, it stood out for being flamboyant and huge. So much so that today, your John Hancock is known as your signature. Love that story. Buried right here in Boston. Alright y'all, we've arrived in Boston Common, the main park here in the city of Boston, which is kind of like Central Park for Boston. It's very pretty. And again, I keep emphasizing this fact. It's like the last days in October and I'm out here ready to get a suntan on. Crazy. That also means that we are catching the fall foliage type situation almost. There's some really nice colours coming through. Not at the highest level it could be, but it's still very pretty. Wow, now we're talking. Look at the colours. There's different colours here behind this statue of a hand, or two hands. Which I don't know what it is, but that is very pretty. Well, look at these colours on the right hand side. I think we have found the peak fall foliage location in Boston right now. Look at the colours. Yeah. I'm not sure the camera is even doing it justice, to be honest, but all the way around. That side might be better. Look at that. That is truly epic. And it's all like on the floor as well. I think this is a spot for a photo shoot. What do you think?
Yeah, I guess. There's a lot of people though.
It's just all so pretty and poetic. I feel like I'm in a movie. Yeah, first impressions of Boston. I like it, especially by the fact it is so warm. It's hardly fair to judge anything based on the fact that we've just been here in Boston for not very long. First time at the hotel. But I would say in these early hours, I think this is up there with the best cities I've been in the States so far. I'm really enjoying it. I think honestly the weather's probably skewing my opinion a little bit because it's just so amazing. But yeah, I'm having a great time so far. This park is beautiful. The city in general is beautiful. Lots of people out and about, enjoying the weather, enjoying the beautiful colours of the trees, and yeah, just something about it. I'm liking it. A lot of people from the States, they don't really, I don't think you see this sometimes, but for someone like me who's from Scotland, where we don't have that many big skylines. For me, like, the impression I get of every big city when I come to the States is the skylines are just so grand and vast and impressive. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Meanwhile, that is as pretty a church as you're likely to find anywhere in Europe. Or at least Edinburgh anyway. From what I've been told, the weather here right now is a bit unseasonable. We arrived yesterday but had some other non-video related stuff that I had to do. And it was actually freezing yesterday. It went down to like, I think it was like 2 or 3 degrees Celsius at one point, but it was really bitterly cold with a wind coming off the sea. But today, from last night, it's just done like a total 360. And it's really, really warm now. And apparently for the rest of our stay in Boston, it's going to be like this, which is pretty amazing. But we're still catching up with jet lag. This first video here in the city has just been a bit of a walk around so far, and I think that's all it's going to be. Just to give you guys a bit of a picture of my first impressions of being in Boston. I can definitely say so far, without a shadow of a doubt, there's elements of this place that remind me of different cities I've been to in America. There's elements of New York, there's elements of Chicago, but also it has a quieter feel. And at the same time, it's still buzzing. There's like a lot going on, as you can hear. And it looks a really interesting place, and I can't wait over the next 3 or 4 days to get to know it better. And I'm looking forward to taking you guys with me as well. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good journey, a good adventure here in Boston. But then after that, we've got a massive road trip planned. I'll tell you more about that afterwards. It's going to be good, and you're going to see it all here on the channel. It's just good to be back in America, guys. I love it. I'm so appreciative of you being here, following with me on this journey. It's good to be back.